happy birthday. And of course, Elizabeth told me it's your wife's birthday
Oh,
today.
yeah. So it's a festival of birthdays today.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Japheth.
Thank you.
That's great.
Oh, and you're a caregiver as well?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you saw the intro of our program.
Ilea de
and you really
Olumo.
enjoyed
Oh,
it.
that's
Oh.
interesting. Interesting.
Okay.
It's Gyration Day today.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, nice.
So we start off with the Daily Trust. The major story, Governing Council suspends NHIS boss. I will talk at the appropriate time, Yusuf says. Of course, you recall that this will be the second time within 2 years that he was suspended. This coming again on the heels of, misappropriation of funds accusation and infractions, really, and serious misconduct being leveled against him.
It's symptomatic of the malaise. But that aside, let me also remind us, because this is a national issue, that today, apart from being my home birthday, also marks the 32 years of the death of Dele Giwa. You know, he was murdered October 1986. I think I was in JSS 1 or... And that inspired me to say, I can also study. So that must, also be recognized. He was killed. And it reflects part of the malaise again and the complexity and the error of our states. That 32 years after, the government cannot even say, here is the killer. Nobody has been brought to justice. That aside, the NHS,
NHIS boss.
NHIS.
Yeah.
It's also laughable. Laughable because when the minister suspended him,
In 2016.
the presidency reinstated him. Following copious, having been inundated with so much petitions, the governing council felt we can't do any other thing than to relieve this man. And he has been suspended. So it's an indictment on the presidency. It's an indictment. Serious one. It's a goof. That's as far as I am concerned.
Okay, so let's just move on now. We'll go to the top left of the paper. Minimum wage. We are struggling to pay 18,000 naira, governors say. In other words, it's going to be difficult to pay the new minimum wage set at 24,000, which of course the organized labor is saying that is not even enough.
Organized private sector are even saying
that
30,000. They don't come below 30,000.
Yes, Emir Sanusi has warned us. Now, if care is not taken, the next 50 years will not only be importing poverty, will just become the headquarter of global poverty.
There's already a report to that. That Nigeria, of course, is the poverty headquarters
Yes.
of headquarters in the world.
Nigeria has taken the medal from
India.
At that level, we will have been having 1/3 of the 80 million poor.
Well, we hope not, anyway. Other stories, 31 women in race for 469 National Assembly seats, a poor showing for women representation. That is what the report is saying. Borrowings to reduce as revenue improves, federal government there. And down here, panic in Ekiti as gunmen kill APC treasurer. How parties rushed to submit presidential National Assembly candidates. And of course, Ebola, West Africa lost $7 billion, 12,000 lives.
All right, let's move to the Nation newspaper now. The first headline here says, how we plan to win 2019 election by Buhari and Atiku. Each of them, trying to put the foot forward. Tony Momo projects win for president, and Atiku camp will defeat him. All right? At this point now, you have people analyzing things from different perspectives. Those who want to tell the truth, those who want to, put propaganda ahead, those who want to run down the other person. And we talked about hate speech yesterday. Okay. And in the mix of trying to outshine the other person or decampaign the other person, so many statements are used, to degrade the other person and also tarnish the personality of the other person.
It reflects the state of our polity. And it's also the reality of the historical side of politics. Politics, when you take away history from it, becomes vulgar. You know, and history itself, when it fails to relate to politics, becomes mere literature. And that is where we are. We must bear in mind that we are at this stage that we are because the ruling class has not improved. And once the leadership fails to improve, what can you say about the followership?
All right, let's move on now. Security chiefs raise arms alarm. There was a meeting yesterday, and they were saying that politicians are already stockpiling arms before the 2019 election, and they're raising alarm to that effect.
And it is becoming characteristic.
So
Once
it's
the
not
election
new.
is approaching, you know, you hear all sorts of noise and hula baloo. Okay, there were killings about 2 days ago, Shomolu. At the end of the day, the person who was killed ought to be in jail. He was released under suspicious, you know.
Yes,
So, you
arrangements.
see, I don't know, but I hope the concerned authorities are listening and they will do the needful.
All right. Ekiti APC treasurer shot dead at supper. That's a sad one. We talked about
that's
that.
part of it.
And fire to explain $5.3 billion, million dollars he got from Obanikoro. All right. While Osun Tribunal was reconstituted, trying to give explanations to that, and it will be solution to Eagle's lack of creativity, says Chukwu. And governors are concerned about minimum wage. They have explained that is their ability to pay. They don't have what it takes to pay the 24,000 minimum wage they've been saying, not to talk of 30,000 the organized private sector is saying. That's the Nation newspaper now.
Okay, so we go to the Punch newspaper. Major story here is electricity problems can't be solved by magic. That's the super minister talking there, Babatunde Raji Fashola. But recall in the past, before the cut of power, he was saying that it was going to be around the mill.
That's very interesting. I think BRF Minister Fashola was quoted when he was in the opposition.
Exactly then.
saying,
There's no responsible government that cannot
Exactly.
fix, you know.
Yes,
This
Nigerians remember that
naturally drags us back to the need to devolve power. We must restructure, otherwise there won't be light. There
Wow.
can't be any magic.
Okay, so
That's the truth.
let's go through the remaining stories there from the top. NNPC extends crude for product swaps until June 2019. Filler stories under it. FG trims budget size, proposes 8.6 trillion naira for 2019. Beside it, 2019 disgruntled elements stockpiling arms, say service chiefs. We already talked about that. And their minimum wage, we are still struggling to pay 18,000 naira, say governors. Beside the masthead of the Punch, fraud, NHIS boss reinstated by Buhari, suspended indefinitely. Under it, gunmen kill APC treasurer in Ekiti State. And then by the side here, beside the picture, Saraki hits court's warning, pays Omagege's entitlements. Lagos hoodlums kill small Jepron, 3 others over politicians' largesse. PDP members protest disbandment of Osun Election Tribunal. Another veteran comedian, Ajima Jashon, dies at 83. And then NICOM suspends insurance firms' recapitalization. That's about it on the Punch.
Okay. The Daily Sun is our next paper now. 2019, Buhari's in-law, Amosun Abe, lose out as APC submits list of candidates to INEC. Yesterday was the deadline, and we saw lots and lots of running to meet the deadline. Like in Nigeria, they say we always wait for the 11th hour. That fire, what they call the fire brigade approach, you know.
Yeah.
And like in Zamfara State, the dramatic developments from there where they were saying that, where INEC was saying that APC will not field candidates in Zamfara State. And that's going to be new.
I am particularly interested in that, and it represents, you know, INEC as a truly independent body, and I like it. It must stand firm. If you have run foul of the law, you must be dealt with, regardless of the fact that you are the ruling party. And I think it's a good sign.
All right.
INEC must be commended.
Okay. We can't pay 24,000 minimum wage. Governors are saying that, and they're saying that through the chairman of their forum. Governors, labor sector showdown as NLC others meet in Abuja. So maybe we might be looking at another strike again, maybe, depending on the outcome of the meeting.
It's even ironical. Nigerian workers are even tired of the strike because they live from hand to mouth. When they don't go to office, there will be hunger. So civil disobedience is becoming unpopular. It's called for serious concern.
All right. Waste collection, Lagos Assembly orders PSP back to work. Okay.
I raised that the last time I came here, and I think it's good that that is coming to the fore again. And I said it the last time, it's an impeachable offense. That experimentation in waste management in Lagos State calls for serious impeachment, honestly. Because when you look around, must there be outbreak of cholera before somebody begins to act? And I must commend the House of Assembly. They are coming rather late, but that they have even chosen to do something about it is good. It's good.
All right. APC treasurer, policeman, 3 others killed in Ekiti, Lagos, Benue. The UN puts Nigeria's population at 295.9 million people. Wow.
But then we wonder really, have they conducted any census before bringing out these figures?
No, there are parameters that they use to check all of those. You know, the NBS
193.
Yeah, one.
You were
And
saying
all of that.
195.
So
why the disparity if truly they are using the right parameters?
it's the rough estimate, usually.
All right, so we go to the last paper, the Vanguard. Major story, we can't pay new minimum wage. Governors as Labour plans to resume strike November 6. Governors must commit to payment of new minimum wage. Ayuba Waba talking. We are still struggling with 18,000, of course. NGF Chair Yari saying that. So we go from the top left. Lagos Assembly scraps Ambode's Visionscape, orders PSP to resume work. Under it, Oshun PDP members protest disbandment of Polls Tribunal. And then down here, from the left, governors back Buhari's veto on Paris Club refund to states. Executive Order 6, its attack on economic base of corrupt persons. You believe so?
Yes, I believe so. But it's just that the way and manner we are coming about it, especially when election is approaching, and we begin to list opposition members. No. Other than that, it's a good effort in fighting corruption.
Alleged 1.3 billion naira fraud, Fayoshe cooperating. Source: Buhari security chiefs meet, raise alarm over stockpiling of arms by politicians. And then this standalone pictures here of students protesting. They are students of the Ladoke Akintola University protesting fees hike.
I said it the last time I appeared here.
Okay.
Because I have been through that. I said, the education system is in shambles. Colonial syllabus still in use. Upon what basis? And on the strength of what do you want to hike the,
After going on strike many times.
That is the quality, The students must mobilize and resist it. It's important they resist. That is the beauty of democracy.
All right. Thank you, Japhet Odesonya, for coming on the program. We'll be keeping you for the next discussion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.